Hey guys, Randy here, coming with an update on the Dollar Tree Make Your Own Slime Challenge. And give a shout out to Dewey Does It. He suggested that the reason why my first attempt may have failed was because I didn't put enough activator in it, which is the Tide detergent I used in the video. And sure enough, that was it. I dumped another half of a cap full of Tide activator into there for a total of a full cap into 8 ounces of glue, and this stuff became slime immediately. It kind of did too good of a job. It kind of overactivated it, so it got very, instead of becoming slime, instead of being slimy, it actually became spongy, springy, and I put it in a bag overnight to let it separate from the water as much as possible, get as much of the detergent out of it as possible. So let me pull it out of there. And I just wanted to show you what was left over the next day when I left it overnight in this Ziploc bag. And this is after draining off as much as I possibly could. Because I thought maybe the water was the reason why it was so runny, but apparently it's because it just was not activated enough. So it is kind of cool. It's not as slimy as I'd hoped it to be. It is very fun to play with, though. I mean, it's very stretchy. It'll even bounce, and you can make it into a ball. If I can get it into a ball, and see, it will bounce, and it's not sticky at all. It does not stick to anything. You'll see little pieces of this cloth from my towel here, but that's because this is a brand new towel. It hasn't been washed or anything, so it's got little pieces of orange towel in there, and this is a microfiber towel on top of that, so it's extra clingy. But just want to show you the successful results. And if you want to try doing the Dollar Tree Make Your Own Slime Challenge, then all you got to do is grab yourself in my case, I used 2 bottles of 4-ounce glue. So they came in a 2-pack for $1, so I didn't have much choice. And a $1 bottle of the Tide detergent they sell. And don't dump the entire cap in there at one time. Kind of mix it up a bit first. Pour a little bit in there first, like a couple tablespoonfuls, stir it in, pour a bit more in, stir it in. I got a feeling that if you dumped it all at one time, you're going to wind up with a very big mess that's going to be very hard to mix and completely activate. It seemed like this was a bit tougher to activate it was tougher to knead it and mix the thing up properly when I was pouring the activator in there all at one time. So I think slowly adding the activator would be a better option. It'd make it easier to mix it, because once it starts activating, man, it activated in a hurry. It became just a big glop in chunks and pieces. So I had to start kneading it and working the activator into the rest of the liquid as much as possible to get to this state right here. So the only problem I forgot was or the only problem is I did not add any kind of coloring to this. This was my first attempt at it. I thought maybe the detergent would turn it blue, but apparently it did not have any effect on it. So I'll have to try making this stuff with food coloring or with, I've seen people actually use poster paint, acrylic paints, to color these. I'm kind of afraid to use paint because it's going to get on my hands and may not come off. But this is pretty cool. It feels pretty neat. I wonder how long it will last without being in a moisture medium, or should I say in a bag with some water in it. That's what I should say. I don't want to say words that I'm not used to using. Moisture medium, that sounds kind of stupid. Anyway, this thing is pretty fun to play with. It is not, like I said, it's not sticky at all. I would not suggest using the Dollar Tree Assured, ASSURED, Assured brand of shaving cream. That's what I'm looking for, the word shaving cream. Shaving cream that I use, man, that stuff smells like hairspray. It stinks something awful. So if you're going to make fluffy slime, which is what I attempted to do, and you're going to add in shaving cream, be sure that your shaving cream smells good, because, man, my house smells like hairspray. It has for a full day now. It just kind of overwhelmed me, along with the smell of Tide. So anyway, just kind of wanted to show you how this turned out. If you like really thick slime, or if you want something that's more like Play-Doh, silly putty. That's another word I'm looking for, silly putty. This is more like silly putty in the way that it behaves. It's slippery right now because it still had some of the Tide detergent on the surface, and it's slowly working its way out. And I've got Tide on my hands right now. If you want your slime to become more like silly putty, just keep adding a little bit more activator. The more activator you add to it, it seems like the stiffer it's going to get and the less slime-like it's going to become. So I think I'm going to have some fun attempting this. I bought a few more bottles of glue, a few different colors. I'm going to try making some Halloween-type slime. Oh, and before I forget, I also found these at the dollar store. Found 2 cans of slime. I don't know if it's a difference or not, but one can is black. One can looks like it's clear. So don't know why they were in the same display box, but this was the only clear can left. So maybe people like to be able to see their slime. Anyway, this is at my dollar store, $1 a can. So maybe if you want to, you don't have to make your own. You can go up here and buy your own can of slime. Save the hassle. But I'll find some use for that. Anyway, this is Randy, signing off for now, and I'll talk to you later.